After the child had grown up, she brought him back to Pharaoh's daughter, who adopted him as her son. She named him Moses, because she said, "I pulled him out of the water." This verse is kind of the close of a particular part of the Exodus story, and it's right at the beginning. Moses is born, and in a time when Pharaoh demands that all newborn baby boys be slaughtered, his mother takes a risk. She puts him in a reeded basket and sends him down the Nile River. Pharaoh's daughter happens to be down at the river, and having compassion, or maybe just tired of seeing what Pharaoh had done, she took the child. And intending to care for it, she met Pharaoh's sister, older sister. And the sister has this wise, creative solution to the problem. What if one of the Hebrew slaves, Moses' mother, were to care for the baby for Pharaoh's daughter? And then when he's old enough, he can be returned to Pharaoh's daughter to be raised. It allows Moses' mother to care for him, to nurse him, to love him as a child, and at least watch him grow from a distance. And even as we hear that, it's a heart-wrenching story, isn't it? It breaks our hearts to think of what that mother must have been going through, to see her son, to raise her son, to care for her son, knowing only that it's just for a moment. I think about Moses' mother and the immense strength that it must have taken to take Moses back to Pharaoh's daughter. I don't know that she had the full understanding of what would come, the setting up that was taking place to allow for Moses to be the one to set the Israelites free. If it wasn't for his time in Egypt, if it wasn't for his familiarity with the culture, the people, the place, maybe even Pharaoh himself, maybe that's why he was called. You see, it makes me think about the fact that Pharaoh's mother was part of all that, or Moses' mother was part of all that was to come. It makes me think about all the people who are part of my life. God has called me, God is using me, and I try to be an instrument for God to use in ministry. But I didn't just show up one day who I am, how I am, knowing the things that I know, with talents and gifts that I have to share. It's because of people who nurtured me, who took care of me, who raised me, who taught me my faith. It's for people who sat in Sunday school with me, taught me music, took chances on letting me preach on Sundays when I was in high school, invested time and energy and patience into me. My parents for sure, my family for sure, but so many others as well. I'm grateful for their witness, grateful for their love, for their patience, their nurture, but also grateful for the strength that it may have taken at times to trust that it was all part of something that God was working unbeknown to us. Who are you doing that for? And who's done it for you? May we look to Moses' mother, the reminder of immense strength, love, and trust that God is always up to more than we understand, always up to more than we realize. And we get to be a part of it. Amen.